Hi, I'm Ian Knowlton. Welcome to Selling Success. We're the experts in relationship selling, and we believe passionately in helping our customers build great relationships with their clients that are based upon delivering true value. Now, before I start today's Masterclass series, I'd just like to thank all of those of you who have sent me emails and best wishes to my son Jamie, who recently started working in sales. He's having a great time, he's delivering lots of sales, and he's really enjoying it. But it's actually got me thinking a bit further, because obviously one of the key things that all new salespeople have to learn about is how to close a deal. And we talked last time about adding value to your customers and understanding what your customers' problems are, and there's some other blogs that have gone on the website recently which you might like to check out. And for me, you know, closing, when you talk to people, there are lots of courses that you can go on how to close sales, and those of us who've been abroad in Spain and Greece, we've all been accosted many times by people trying to close us to buy timeshares. So we've all experienced what I consider to be high pressure closing techniques, and that's not what I want to talk about. Because to me, closing is something that is very simple, it should happen automatically, and it happens when you get your customer to a position in the sales process where they actually look at what you're offering and they say, you know, I want to buy that because that solves my business problem. So last time, you'll remember, we focused on actually speaking to your customer and actually understanding what the true value is that your product can deliver to their business. So what I'd like to talk about today is when you get to that stage in the process where you say to your customer, would you like to go ahead, or do you wish to buy, or whatever process and whatever technique you use. And at that point, you will sense, you'll get a feeling, if you have rapport with your customer, on whether they want to go ahead. Now, my personal view is that if they're not interested, the chances are you probably wouldn't have got to this point in the sales process, you'd have been out the door. If you have got to the sales process, then they may raise objections. And objections are usually points that they seek clarifying. Now, the first thing that I will say to all you guys that are new to sales is that what you need to do is listen very carefully to what your customer is saying. And the first thing you need to remember is that you have to get the customer to go through all of their objections. So don't just react straight away to the first objection that comes out. Because you know something, they are probably not, or that's probably not the reason or the main reason that they're objecting. Psychologists will tell you that generally speaking it tends to be the second or the third objection that comes out. So a technique that I learnt many years ago from a great sales guy, I went on a great course by Robin Fielder, is where you list them all down. And he's got and I would refer you to his notes, but essentially what you do there is you list out all of the objections that your customer's got. And at the end of that, you then say to the customer, look, what you need to do is you need to, if I can go through all of these things with you, and I can answer all of these objections to your satisfaction, would you be happy to go ahead? Now, what I would say at that point to you is that in virtually every instance I've been at where the customer is genuine about buying your product, then they will actually say, yeah, I'm happy. Because those objections are actually buying signals. They're actually saying the customer is interested in interested in your product and wants to buy and go ahead. So what I'm saying to you today is you need to think about that point in the process and take it very slowly. So get all the lists down and then slowly go through them one by one and actually listen to what the customer's objection is and go back through your product. And at the end of the process, if you do that to the customer's satisfaction, then they will say, yeah, I'm happy to go ahead with that. So closing is actually something that's very simple. It's usually as a result of the customer not understanding fully, as they've gone through the sales process, what it is you're offering, how the benefits of what you're offering helps them deliver the solution that they're looking for. At the end of the day, always keep in the forefront of your mind the fact that the customer is looking for a solution to a problem. So when there is objections, what they're actually saying to you is, I'm not sure that what you're offering me solves my problem, is a solution. So the thing to do is, salespeople, as you're developing, as you're learning, is just look back at the objections you get and think about it. And actually it's a good thing. And there are some customers who will always have objections, and actually it's in their nature. And if you're dealing with procurement people, well, you know, that's a structured process which we all get. So I hope that's been of interest to you. I look forward to speaking to you next time, when we're perhaps going to talk about a couple of other things, One of the most important things for me is your internal state and what position you're in. But today, I'll leave it there. I hope you've had a good week. I hope sales are going well, and great to speak to you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.